in my two previous reactions for Expedition 33 tracks, in both of them, I got requests to react to this video we're going to be reacting to now, the full orchestral session. Again, before we get started, I want to say this is coming from not a composer, not a trained musician. I'm self-taught, and it's just coming from a mortal, a gamer. So if I go off of what I feel from the music and not necessarily like theory and all that. Let's get to it, right? Some of these songs I already heard because the status of the game for me is still the same. I started the game, haven't continued playing it. I think I'm by the end of Act 1, so please no spoilers. Some of you have been worried or asking me not to keep reacting to music for this game because there's some spoilers in the music. However, I don't know, because maybe I'm wrong, but most of what I've heard is in French, so I really don't understand anything. So, but anyways, some of these songs, of course, I've heard before. So, and hopefully some of them also are gonna be like completely new for me. So, let's go. I mean, just hearing that, it hits. Such a beautiful melody. This, I love that pause there. Oh, it's genius. Melody, the melody. That little pause there, so beautiful. There. I feel that's very French too. The harmonies are so simple and so beautiful. Oh my god. You know, those little pauses there. It's a masterclass in melody. Oof! How the violins and the strings do the same melody there as the voice is so amazing. Such a great touch. Oh, and given that this is such a long video, I mean, it's 14 minutes, right? For YouTube, it's a long video, but given that it's a relatively a long video, I'm just gonna go through it. But I want to stop and give a little comment at the end of each of the tracks or songs. It's like, this is the opening. This is Alice, I think is the title of the song. This is the opening of the game. Like when you get the screen of press any button to start, this is the track that is playing. And I remember when I downloaded this game, booted it up, just to, check it out. It's on Game Pass. I have Game Pass, so I'm like, I check out everything without any expectations. And this music starts, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in for a ride. Like, I knew right there this was something special. Right there, I knew there's something very special here, and it hooked me just with this song at the very beginning. So, and it has the same happened to me with I guess Linen and Cotton, is that it has this hopeful feeling, but at the same time sad. I remember Linen and Cotton, what I said was like, it gave me this feeling of kind of telling me, I know this is effed up, I know this is bad, but it's gonna get better. This kind of I don't know if I'm getting the same message here, but I'm getting the same vibes of hope but sadness. um and again, I don't know the story of Alice. I already saw Alice in the game, in a cutscene, but I don't really know what the story is with Alice and all that. So I wonder if I am hitting on the head there. Let's continue, which I'm assuming the next one is gonna be Lumiere. For sure. Of course. Oh, she's wearing a different dress. I'm gonna pause here for a second because let me look for it while I speak. This track always reminds me of a French band that I remember that I used to listen to in the early 2000s. So when I say, I think that when I say like before in the previous in Alice, I said like, this is so French. I think that it's part of it. It's part because it takes me to when I used to listen to that band. And the band is Amélie Les Crayons. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And let me just share a little bit of it, because it really takes me to this. It's very French, very, I don't know, chanson. Right? I don't know. It takes me to this vibe for some reason. If you don't know, it's Amélie Le Crayon. Crayon. I don't really know how to say that. Crayon. And it's marvelous. I love this band from France. So when I heard Lumiere, I'm gonna restart it. When I heard Lumiere, it took me there right away, like immediately. So yeah, that might be a reason why I might say like it's so French, because it takes me to that French band, which I feel is very French. That poppiness, right? Ding, dum, da-dum, dum, bum, you know? And then the I don't know, it gives me the same vibes. The hook. Her energy is exactly how the song feels. The build up, eh? It's so beautiful. And it's so simple. Ooh. So beautiful. And how it always has surprise. There's always something new. Oof. We go to fourth chord. Ooh. Oh, that's so beautiful. The harmonies are. Look, listen to that. New things, surprises, always. So it's a masterclass. Nice. A beautiful track. I think only with that track, this soundtrack deserves deserves soundtrack of the year, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure lots of people agree with me, but yeah, it's such a beautiful track. It's so catchy. Melodically is it's perfect. The vibe, also the French vibes that I get are also very, very, very emblematic of this soundtrack, and this song like kind of represents that to the fullest, I think. Again, maybe it's my bias because I really like that band that I showed you, and maybe that's what in my head is wired as French, but I don't know. I feel like it's very representative of the and this track. I want to say that this track, more than even Alice, it's kind of representative of the entire soundtrack. It's, for some reason, I feel that the thread starts here in Lumiere with this track, and maybe in the story that's how it is, because Lumiere is the main city where everything's happening, and without knowing anything of the story yet, not like, knowing very little of the story, that makes sense if musically that thread starts at Lumiere, right? So makes total sense. And I feel a little bit of this track in all of the other tracks that I've heard, even the previous one. I don't remember how it what's it called, Una V, a life to love you, or something like that. that previous one, which was epic, but it's still you feel the thread. Still you feel the thread. I can't put a finger on what it is, but still you feel the thread. And then the surprises, right? It's what I keep saying all of the time. It's like surprises. There's always something new. There's always something different. There's always the song is always moving forward, right? Whether it's just a simple harmony with violins that comes in that's unexpected, little pauses, like I say when I'm writing music, when I'm doing my when I'm streaming my soundtrack composition videos. I'm sorry, that I'm always saying, like, taking adding surprises. It's also taking things out of the way, right? Making silence if you need to. It's make adding surprises to the track, to the music is also, it's everything that might be unexpected at a moment, at a given moment, and sometimes it's even taking things out and not adding more stuff. So you can feel all of those movements in this track all of the time. There's always something. A piano comes in, that's unexpected. A new harmony with the violin comes in. Then the voices, the all of the voices at the end singing the melody. And if I remember correctly, all the voices were male, where you had the main lead singer being female. Like, everything is completely unexpected. Those are surprises. And like I said in my previous video, that's the reward that the listener or player gets by paying attention. So it's just, yeah, go deep, go deep. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about the male voices in Lumiere. I don't remember. Maybe let me go back and see. At least hear the. Oh, no, no, no. We have female. We have female in that, in those voices. So my mistake. Ooh. I mean, I'm speechless. And how simple it is, right? It's just voices. All the layering of the voices I really liked. Like, there was always voices bouncing around, and in different, I want to say, like, you had the lower voices, you have the higher voices, and then they are making harmonies. I don't know, I see it very visual in my head, how all the voices kind of go through, um I don't know, kind of intercept each other in different ways. The lower ones, the higher ones, the ones in the middle, the ones that are kind of going in a different direction but then land in unison with others. It's such a beautiful arrangement. And again, it's the feeling, right? It's that feeling that in the scenes of the game you get with these, because it's a very emotional game at some points, even a little bit dramatic, to be honest. But I think it's also this type of music that I'm like, oof, I have goosebumps. Okay, let's continue. And sorry I paused in the middle, but one of the things also that's so unique about this, and I know I've mentioned it before, but I want to mention it again, is vocals in soundtracks. The very first time where I kind of was very impressed with this type of soundtrack with vocals like this was Near Automatas. And funny enough, when I played for the first time, and I when I was playing for the first time and I heard the music with vocals, I was like, oh, like Near Automata, that's interesting. And then I went to look a little bit about the game. Like I'm always nerding out like that. Like I went online to find more information about the game, and there it was. I saw the composer, which I don't remember his name. I apologize, and I can't pronounce it. But I saw his picture in the website of as a developer of the game, and there it was. Like one of his favorite soundtracks was Nier Automata's soundtrack. So I wonder if that influenced his view on having vocals. Because in my point of view, there's no other way more. I mean, there is, but I think vocals add such a strong emotion to the music and to the melody that I don't know. You can do it with instruments, you can do it with, with sounds, but in my opinion, how you can accomplish that with vocals, with voice, it's unmatched. And I think that part of what makes this soundtrack and Nier Automata's soundtrack so memorable is that feeling that us unconsciously get from the music just because of that touch of having someone sing it for us.
Sors et fuis, je t'en prie.
It's almost like theater.
Fuis ce tableau maudit, cette toile d'une fausse vie.
You see, there's a touch there of the same thread.
Et rêver imparfait, chaîne de ta liberté.
There's the thread. It's the structure of the melodies. Not only because it's the same voice, but it's kind of the same language. Not literally in French, but the phrasing.
Alors tranchons la trame.
Oof.
Découle la sinistre esquisse.
Those harmonies responding to the main melody. I love doing that. I love it.
Sors et fuis, je t'en prie. Fuis
Oh,
tableau maudit,
Jesus.
cette toile d'une
Oh, it's going.
fausse vie.
and come down again. Oh my god.
Portrait rêvé,
It's genius.
imparfait, chaîne de ta
Here it goes.
liberté.
Oh my god. There's so much sadness in this one. This song is kind of a, what I get is I'm saying goodbye. Like we're saying goodbye to someone. That's what I get. I don't know. The title of the song is Aline. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Aline. But it certainly feels like we're saying goodbye to Aline or to someone. That's what I feel. It's like a memory It's like, yeah, it's like saying goodbye to a memory. I don't know if I'm getting too poetic there or too romantic, but like saying goodbye to a memory. Meaning what I'm trying to say by saying that saying goodbye to a memory is like saying goodbye to someone, to a character, and remembering what that character or what that character means. I could be wrong. Again, I haven't played the game. Please, no spoilers. But that's what I get. Very simple arrangement, very emotional, incredibly emotional. Like again, I feel like it's very theatrical, right? It almost feels like theater, especially when you see it like this, right? But and again, that's coming also to my point of view on it reminds me a lot of Nier Automata, and I wonder if that soundtrack was a big influence on this one, because one of the things that Nier Automata has is that it's very theatrical. Actually, Nier Automata, the story of Nier Automata comes from a theater play by I don't know if it's Yoko Taro, but there's a theater play, and that's where it comes from. And if you play Nier Automata, you can, with that lens, you can see how it's very, it's like a theater play musical made video game. And in the future, I'm probably gonna be doing a video essay on that. So hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you don't miss it. But that's one of the things I'm gonna be working on is my video essay that I have planned for so many years, and I'm finally deciding I'm putting it in a video. But yeah, it presents itself like a theater play or musical. And when I see this, and what I've experienced in Expedition 33 is that it has a lot of that too. It has a lot of that drama and a lot of that theatrical kind of approach to it. So beautiful, beautiful. Very simple too, right? It's a masterclass in melody, this entire soundtrack, and but at the same time it's very simple. And that's one of the things in one of my videos, where I list the 10 rules that I put on myself to keep my music unique, is that you gotta keep it simple. One of the things that we fall into as composers is sometimes we want to complicate things, and sometimes we have so many ideas and we start putting them all together in one single track, and it complicates the song and the melody and everything. And we gotta avoid doing that. So keeping it simple, that's one of my rules, and it definitely it's applied to the soundtrack. It's a very simple, and that's, in my opinion, one of the reasons why it's so memorable. Until next life. I mean, the title says it all.
Old friend, you've traveled miles.
Oh, this is in English. This might spoil something, right? Do I want to watch it? I don't know if I want to watch it. I don't know if I want to react to this one, because this one will spoil things, I think. I will understand it. So let's leave it at this. Let's leave it here. I might come back to it after I play the game, but I don't want to spoil. Yeah. And some of you, some of in my previous reactions, some of the comments were that, like, please don't continue reacting. Don't react to any more of the songs, because you're gonna spoil the story for yourself, of course, for myself. So I'm gonna follow that advice. And I was okay with reacting to more because they were in French and I didn't understand anything. But this one is in English, so I don't want to spoil it. Anyways, that's it for today, I guess. I'm sorry about that that very abrupt interruption. No intentions in teasing, but But yeah, let's not spoil it. But yeah, I mean, it's I am not, I'm amazed but not surprised. It's what I'm gonna say. Amazed because it's an extraordinary soundtrack. Um, the music, it's so, you can feel the passion. It's one of the things that I felt also about this soundtrack is we all know, or most of us, if you don't know, let's start there. If you don't know the way that they found this composer to write the music of the soundtrack, right? So it was, this guy had never written or published music before, let alone made music for a video game. He would do it on his own, as a hobby. A little bit like me, right? This guy actually gives me a lot of hope because, as you may know, I'm not a trained musician. I'm a self-taught musician, and I've been producing my own music on my own as a hobby for a while. I want to say for more than 20 years. And that's what this guy had been doing. He's been doing it especially for specifically for video games, like on his own, like made music for video games. I haven't done it for video games. For me, was more like I didn't know how my music fits. Like it was, they weren't like pop songs or like songs per se. They were just tracks, and maybe that's why I use tracks a lot, like as a word, like, oh, the track. But anyways, this is not about me. It's about this guy. So they found this guy in a random, I think, forum or Reddit subreddit, in a subreddit, like, and actually they always say like it's a very obscure forum or subreddit, like not necessarily very active and very popular. By chance, the director of the game just went ahead of this, went to this forum once and found that this guy had posted something like a little bit before he went into the site, right? And he played it and liked it and gave him a call, and next thing they know, they are composing the music for the game. So the guy was on board, and so that's the story behind how he got the gig, if you will, or how they found this composer to write this music. So no experience whatsoever, completely unknown. And one of the things that I thought is like he poured everything into this soundtrack, right? So I wonder, like, because sometimes as creatives, how can I say this? Even to me has happened before. Even to be as I create content for this channel has happened. It's like I collected everything I did, for example, and this is a very small scale, at a very small scale. I don't even know if this example is the right example, but anyways, like for example, I went to this class, music composition for video games class, and I composed music for that class as assignment, and that's the content that you've seen so far here. But that I took everything I did in that class and I already posted it, and I don't have anything anymore. So everything I post new music related has to be like done that from scratch. So where I'm getting it, where I'm getting at is this guy definitely poured himself 150% into this project, right? Of course, very talented, but I wonder the next project, right? If he just put 150% of his creativity for the next project, how's that gonna work out, right? If he puts 100% into the next project, what's gonna happen? I don't know. Those are thoughts, creative thoughts that I always have as a creative, not only as a musician, but as a creative person. Is that like sometimes I put so much into something that the next time I go to create something else, I feel like it's never enough to match or outdo that thing where I put 150%, 200% of my everything into it. So that's, I wonder how is it gonna be for him, because he said, I mean, the way he went into this project was like, I might die tomorrow, so I gotta put everything I have, everything I've got into this project. So I wonder, he's gonna he's gonna get a lot of calls after this one. So I don't know. Let's see how that works out for him as a creative person. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm talking too much, I think. I'm gonna leave it at that. So hope you enjoyed my reaction. Thank you all for requesting. Sorry I had to cut it off at the end like this. I didn't want to. But I had to. Especially because of those who are, I want to say, worried that I might spoil the game for myself by reacting to the music. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button if you like this video. If you didn't like this video, hit the dislike button. Both of them help as well. But anyways, I'm really bad at this, so I apologize. I'm really bad at, especially like the promotion part, like subscribe, blah, 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 blah. I'm really bad at this. Anyways, take it easy. See you in the next one. Peace.